Welcome back to another day of Chernobylite, and we've made it up to day 17. Holy crap, I feel like we are getting up there. Also, I kind of get a sense of deja vu at the beginning of each day because we walk out of the room and kind of just stumble through until we get ambushed by NPCs. So, as per the normal, I will shut up here in a minute so the NPCs can do their thing, and I will rejoin you when we get to where we're going.
We need to talk.
Sure. Let's talk.
It's about my mother. Rather, about what she found. I didn't tell you this before, because I didn't know if I could trust you. I think I know why they took my mom. She was dangerous to NAR. It wasn't a coincidence. She saw something. Even took a photo. You see, when NAR first came here, they pretended to be friendly. They offered free examinations to several sample shells, and even promised my mother medical assistance. It was all a ruse, of course. My mother was invited to their lab, and she ended up seeing something she wasn't supposed to.
She was inside their lab. You should have told me about this sooner. Do you know what she saw?
They were running experiments with Chernobylite on human subjects. All volunteers, of course. Soon after that, people started vanishing, my mom included.
Do you still have the photo?
No, my mom always kept it on her.
Is there any other proof to back up your mother's account?
No, but I can't see my mother lying about something like that. She only ever had the Samuel's best interests at heart. My mother was the least selfish person I've ever known. She wanted to help everyone who suffered from the Chernobyl disaster in any way she could. She paid the ultimate price for her kind heart. Now, I have to find out why and make this right.
I get it. Really. She sounds like an amazing lady. How can I help?
I know it's a lot to ask, but I need to know what my mother saw in that lab. I need you to go to Lenin Square and get inside. There must be something there incriminating NAR. This will help your search for Tatiana as well. If she's in the zone, she must somehow be part of all of this.
It won't be easy, but I'll definitely try.
Igor, a moment, please. I heard you talking to our she-wolf here. You don't want to go to Lenin Square. I don't think you're ready. Who knows what you'll be up against?
I think I've proved myself quite capable, no?
You can harness the power of Chernobylite, an impressive feat. But what if they find a way to disable it?
You're probably right. What do you propose?
I'll do it.
With a broken arm? Besides, we have no idea what we'll find. It's very likely we'll need my scientific expertise to assess the situation.
I'm not a complete imbecile, you know. I can tell the difference between a centrifuge and a... I don't know, kitchen robot?
Of course you can, Olivier. Don't take this the wrong way, but I still think I should be the one to go.
It seems that Olga's mother was onto something. Something that got her killed. Could it be the key to finding out about the NAR's plans? Just be very careful, my love. I feel you getting closer to the heart of evil. Soon you may reach a point of no return.
Alright, I'm back. And I gotta say, I'm pretty freaking excited by this because we finally get to go somewhere different. Not only that, but somewhere I've been looking forward to pretty much since the beginning. Oh, finally. Finally somewhere new. But the thing I was looking forward to the most is right here. The freaking Ferris wheel. Oh, that is so freaking cool. But I feel like we have a big day ahead of us with a lot of really important stuff. And I don't want to take away from this too much with the commentary because this is going to be an awesome day. So I think to not take away from it too darn much, I think I might end up hopping out of here and just letting you all enjoy this. So I will catch you all in the next video. Later.
Head for the lab, Igor. Should be in the middle of NAR's camp. See if you can slip in unnoticed. Don't get in any fight unless you have to.
Sure thing, Mum. And don't worry, I've got my sweater.
You've got some issues, don't you?
Okay. Now's not the time to get distracted.
Locate the lab and try to reach it without drawing attention. You don't want to fight all these guys at once. smells of chloride diazoxide.
I know that voice. Where have I heard it before?
Right away.
Send everything to the main laboratory tent. Don't make me wait.
Yes, sir. Who are you? What are you doing in here?
That man on the phone. Who was it?
You're Kim In-yuk. Dear God, please don't hurt me.
I asked you a goddamn question.
My boss, you mean? I don't know his real identity. Almost nobody does, I swear.
Do you really want to play it this way? I can see you're scared, and rightfully so. But it seems you're deliberately trying my patience.
No, not at all, sir. Please, I can't tell you what I don't know. But I can tell you other things. Just ask. Just don't kill me. I can be useful. You'll see.
Vanya, my patience is wearing thin. Where are those damned chemicals?
Answer him, but casually. Relax.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'll send them right away. Apologies for the delay.
Spare me the excuses and move. I need that chloride diazoxide, and I need it now. You two, continue without me. And for your sakes, you don't screw this up.
It would be best if you forgot I was ever here.
Of course. I won't tell a soul.
Look at the tissue structure. This used to be a liver, if you can believe it. We need to collect samples.
The brain is
So,
hyperactive.
The Black Stalker
Look at the
used to
chart.
work at the power plant.
But it still
He
doesn't
seems to know
respond
me.
to any stimuli.
Interesting.
The
How
previous
does my
subject
old
had
mentor
quite a
seminar
different
fit into
reaction.
all of this?
What's behind this difference, I wonder? Age? Sex?
Vanya? Finally! Who the hell are you? What did you do with Vanya?
Stay very still if you want to live.
Please don't hurt us. We're scientists.
Yeah, so was Dr. Mengele. Are you performing a vivisection without anesthesia? Administering shots of typhus? What are you doing exactly? I really want to know.
No, nothing like that. We're not beasts. We treat our patients as humanely as possible. But you have to understand that...
Scientific advancement requires sacrifice. Other people's sacrifice.
You make it sound sinister. But yes, everything we do is for the greater good.
How does it work? Are you shooting these poor souls up full of Chernobylite?
I can't talk about that. The NDA we signed is very strict. The penalties...
Did you just say NDA? Are you for real? Stop being a corporate stooge and start thinking about your own life.
Sure, you're right, of course. We started out giving them shots, but that was just the first stage. We're way past that now.
Uh-huh.
It was, you see. The fatality rate was... it didn't bring the desired results.
We've moved from administering nano-solutions to directly editing human genomes to enhance them with Chernobylite. We've developed our own Chernobylite CRISPR.
Your patients or subjects, whatever you call them. Especially the locals. What happened to them?
Which ones? There were many patients here. Some of them didn't make it past the final phase. The others, we don't know.
Don't let him dodge the question. Make him talk.
Look, please, can we all try to stay calm? Let us explain. Modifying genomes is only the first step. Next, we induce a state of superconsciousness in the subject's gamma brainwaves. It's basic neurology. The sympathetic nervous system begins to release enormous amounts of energy straight to the brain via the thalamic gate at the brainstem. When the thalamic gate opens, the energy flows to the pineal gland and... well, there you go. I don't like to use this term, but it opens a third eye.
A third eye? Right. Then what?
Enhanced by Chernobylite, the pineal gland can do incredible things. Release all kinds of energy, and even influence physical objects, as in telekinesis.
You're torturing people so they can bend spoons with their mind? God, what kind of quacks are you?
This is all following the scientific method, believe me. These are closely monitored, replicable experiments. Anyway, when the subject is ready for the final stage, we put them in an induced coma. Contrary to what you might think, it's for their own good.
Explain, and fast. What is this final stage?
Our boss calls it communion. It's when the subject's gamma brainwaves interact with Chernobylite's mental waves. Or, well, to tell you the truth, we don't know exactly what it is. Chernobylite is like a virus, in a way. It's not exactly inorganic matter, but neither is it a living organism. It's something in between. And it produces a type of brainwave, even though it clearly has no structured organic tissue.
But what's the purpose of this communion?
This is where it gets really interesting. You know that Chernobylite can be used to create wormholes, right? You've been doing it yourself. But these wormholes are special. Haven't you noticed? They're not a purely physical phenomenon.
I don't understand. What else could they be?
We know what singularities and the tunnels should look like. We know what they are in theory. But has anyone actually been inside one before?
Bullshit. I've studied Chernobylite too. The exotic energy it contains is powerful enough to create quasi-black holes and passages between them.
We thought so too, at first. But think about this. What if there was an organism, or a virus, an entity powerful enough to create its own singularities?
No biological organism could encapsulate that kind of energy, or survive if it did. A living entity would be torn to shreds.
But Chernobylite is not a normal biological organism, is it? We have no idea what it is. Just try and consider the possibility that the wormholes you're walking into are not something created outside of Chernobylite. They are Chernobylite. You're traveling through the veins and corridors of its multidimensional body.
But what does that have to do with this communion thing?
Isn't it obvious? We're trying to communicate with Chernobylite, or somehow influence it through the mental energy of our subjects. But getting inside this thing's mind, or whatever it is, must be a truly disturbing experience.
You're fucking insane, both of you. You need to stay away from the morphine cabinet for a while. I've heard enough. Who's your patient here?
I'm not sure, but she must have been carefully selected.
Selected? How? Did she volunteer? Or was she maybe run down and captured by soldiers in the woods? Talk!
I'm not familiar with the selection process. Our boss would know. But we know very little about him.
What's your boss in charge of exactly?
The entire biotech division, pretty much everything Chernobylite related, but mainly the impact on human physical and psychological functions.
Clustered, regularly interspaced, short palindromic repeats. How does this work with Chernobylite?
It's similar to a standard gene editing tool. We take specialized protein from a certain bacteria, modify it with Chernobylite, and then target the exact genes we want to modify.
Wait, I know more about physics than genetics, but CRISPR is usually done on embryos, right? And it takes time, sometimes even years, for mutations to show.
Our boss developed his own methods. The process is applied directly in the subject's body. The speed of the mutations has increased exponentially. It no longer takes years, but weeks, sometimes mere days. Marvelous, isn't it?
Enough. All I've got from you so far is a bunch of gibberish. I want to see the actual research. Where do you keep your data? All the research data?
Check the database in this computer. Everything can be accessed from here.
It's password protected, isn't it?
Promise not to kill us and we'll tell you.
Don't worry, I don't give a shit about you. Password.
23#98S$.
Listen to me very carefully, Igor. This research, this data, it's too dangerous to exist. My people died because of it. Delete everything. It won't bring my mother back, but at least no one will profit from her death, and the deaths of others.
You need to download this research, Mousy. This is the Rat King's brain stash. It's dangerous, yes, and inhuman. But it could contain the key to defeating him.
This Omega unit seems to be a special unit designed to protect the power plant. What in the hell are the NAR hiding there? These guys are telling the truth. They really achieved something incredible here.
Why did you do it? God damn you!
You did good, Igor. We will turn this information into a weapon against the Rat King.
You'll never find her! This place belongs to ghosts! What are you doing here, stranger? Be gone, intruder! You don't belong here!
I'm sorry, Olga. Nobody deserves to die so horribly.
I was hoping for some good news, but perhaps I was foolish. My mother, these people, they were all just used, processed. How could anyone do something like this? Anyway, did you find anything of value?
Not sure yet. Bizarre theories about Chernobylite, mostly. I don't know if I want to get into the details yet.
Try me. I'm not a bookworm like you, but I'm not stupid either.
Well, NAR seems to think Chernobylite is like a giant turtle that carries our universe on its back. They figure they can tame it and ride it wherever they want. Like a pet.
A turtle?
It's just a metaphor, but the scientific theory behind it is no less insane.
Right. Thanks for trying, I guess.
Are you hungry, Igor?
Not at the moment, thanks. Are you making something?
Just kidding. The meat I've stashed away, I would never share it with you. Hell, this meat I wouldn't feed to my worst enemy. Or maybe only to my worst enemy.
What are you on about, Mikhail?
I've spent a lot of time in the zone. Too much time, doing various kinds of deals. Along the way, I learned about what happened in our beloved motherland after the big fucking reactor exploded.
Okay, let's hear it.
After your dumbass scientists caused the explosion and irradiated us and half of Europe, someone told the party apparatchiks they needed to slaughter all the livestock in the area. We're talking 50,000 sheep and cattle.
Of course. It was regrettable, but a reasonable thing to do, Mikhail.
Right. But we wouldn't be Slavs if it wasn't for our fucking ingenuity and business acumen, huh? We always find a way. Hell, not even 100 years of communism could uproot our inbred knack for wheeling and dealing. Anyway, some genius decided it would be a waste to just throw all that meat in an incinerator. The animals were slaughtered, all right, but not destroyed. Instead, their glow-in-the-dark meat was mixed in with the flesh of healthy animals and shipped to Moscow. Cool, huh?
This sounds like the exact opposite of cool, Mikhail.
The glowing sausages left the party officials scared shitless. Their solution was to immediately ship it somewhere else. Georgia, Ukraine, Kazakhstan. But the truth was already out. And nobody wanted this generous gift. So, there was this freaking ghost train rolling through Ukraine and Belarus, from one station to another, filled with radioactive meat that no one dared touch. This toxic meat train cruised the Soviet Empire for 3 years. 3 fucking years! Before the cooling system broke down. At that point, the KGB stepped in and eventually buried the cargo. But I managed to snag a piece for myself, and I'm keeping it. It could be very valuable one day.
Valuable? How?
Not sure yet. It could have sentimental value. Or maybe I could use it to blackmail someone.
You're insane. Please keep your radioactive meat away from our kitchen.
What's going on, Igor?
I can see things, Mousy.
Are you okay? You don't look so hot.
The terror courses through me. Present, past, future. A tormented, hungry beast about to burst free of its cage. A volcano of unstoppable force. Hellish green light and poisonous vapors.
Is this in the past or the future?
Future? Past? These distinctions are meaningless before a terror from out of this world. We awoke something that night in 1986. Something so alien. It is almost beyond our comprehension.
Beyond comprehension? I don't think so. We'll get to the bottom of this eventually. Everything has a scientific explanation.
Remember, Igor, this isn't just some stuff for you to power your fancy gun. It's so much more. You need to be ready for anything, Mousy.
Hey there.
But of course I can.
Actually,
Hey, can I ask you something?
sure. What is it?
What do you think about Sashko?
Do you like him?
Why? Are you jealous?
Neither one of you is my type.
Then yes, I admire his spirit. Sashko is his own man and doesn't take shit from anyone. He knows how to handle himself, how to fight. Maybe he's a little rough around the edges, but that kind of thing can be ironed out.
What about Kostya?
What about him?
He's your husband.
Sure, but that doesn't mean I'm his property, does it? Come on, Igor. This is just girls' talk.
You mean like just between us girls? But I'm not a girl.
Would it be the end of the world if you were? Jesus, you men are also fucking insecure.
But
Fuck, just forget it. I was just trying to have a little chat with you, and you made it fucking weird.
Okay, sorry. I mean... Yeah, never mind. Hi, Olga. I was wondering if you could...
I'd be glad to.
Actually...
What's up, Igor?
Tell me about your time with Yura Kirpish.
Why the interest all of a sudden?
You tested me because you wanted to know who you were working with. Now, I'd like to know more about you.
Fair enough. Well, I did a few things I regret.
Like what?
The business he turned for its goods redistribution.
You stole from the rich and gave unto yourself.
Not myself. We used to have a, guess you would call it a fund. Something like a joint bank account. Everyone had to contribute. It was used to pay for our wages and bribe the police, but also to help anyone struggling, living in poverty. Yuri Kipish is one nasty motherfucker. He also takes care of his neighborhood.
He sounds like a real hero.
You don't get it. How could you? You never wondered where you were going to sleep at night or when you'd get to eat next?
A lot of people are born into poverty. They don't all become criminals.
A lot of people are living a life of quiet desperation. I don't agree with that. I don't give a rat's ass about other people's rights and wrongs. I define my own morality. Never ask for anything and make your own luck. That's my motto.
That's pretty dark. I guess you don't have much hope for humanity.
Oh, I do. I hope it fucks itself over for good one day. Once and for all.
Hey.
About what? I can show...
Actually,